Hi, friends. Good morning. It's Friday. It's April 23rd today, and we have a math lesson for you today. Today, our math objective is to match measurement attributes with their tools. So, last time we talked quite a bit about what kinds of tools we use for what kinds of things, right? We took a look at lots of different measurement tools and what kinds of things we would measure with them. And today is just a little bit more practice about matching those up, right? I, of course, would not use a ruler. So here's our measure, right? Vocab word. And this young fella, he's holding a ruler. Okay. I would not use a ruler to measure how much water is in my cup, would I? Well, no, because I can't dump out water onto a ruler, right? And so that's what I'm talking about. We have to find the right tool to measure the right attribute, okay? And an attribute, that just means, what is it? What is the object? What is it like? Is it liquid? Is it a solid object? Is it something that I can measure the length of? Or am I measuring the volume? Or am I measuring the time? Am I measuring the temperature, right? So lots of those different kinds of things, okay? And so I'm just going to go ahead and show you on the worksheet today, and then I'm going to give you guys a shot to do the same to see if you can remember um, all of the correct information on that. Okay, so I think that's the best way to go ahead and do that. So I'm a little confused because this program kind of last time was telling us that a clock right here and also a calendar are not really measurement tools, but now they're saying that they are. So I'm a little bit confused. And I thought that they were the first time that we talked, and then the last one was saying that they weren't. So I'm not quite sure, but in a way, they are measurement tools because one of them measures time. So I'm just going to tell you that one right now. So I can put a line down here to this time because it can tell me that it's 10 o'clock. Okay, and it will measure time as the second hand goes around. Okay, so it's measuring how much time has passed, what time it is, etc. And the one down here at the bottom is our calendar. Our calendar kind of measures the days. So it tells us what day during the month it is and keeps track of the days. And so if we were doing that, January 1st would be the correct answer there. Okay. So we're kind of on the fence with the clock and the calendar, especially the calendar, as far as a measurement tool goes. But they do measure the days, the months. The clock measures the time of day and how much time has passed. Okay. So the other three are definitely measurement tools, and those are ones that we talked about last time at length. We have up at the top a scale. A scale. If you might remember, a scale is learned or is used to measure how heavy something is or the weight of something. Okay, so right here we have a square. Down below we have 3 pounds of apples, and below that we have some milk. Okay, well, I can't see myself putting any milk on a scale to measure its weight. We don't really measure the weight of milk. Um, I can't see putting a square on there either unless I wanted to know what the weight of a box was, maybe, or something. But definitely we would put apples on a scale, especially if I need to know how much they're going to cost at the grocery store. So I would put apples on a scale to kind of see how much I'm going to have to pay. Or if I have a recipe that calls for 2 pounds of apples, well, then I would be able to measure out 2 pounds or 3 pounds of apples. So definitely apples match the scale. Okay. Our next one is right here is a ruler. We talked last time about how a ruler is used to help us find the length or the height of an object. Um, And then we also talked a little bit about tape measures and how we can use those for longer distances. We also talked about a tape measure that can actually go around. And I found one in my desk. I thought I had one, and then when I was looking for it, I couldn't find it. And then afterwards, of course, I found one. But right here is a tape measure, and do you see how this one is bendy? And we kind of talked about that, and how I can actually use this one to go around my head so that I could measure around something as well. Okay, so that's just a different form of a ruler. Okay, and so a ruler is used to measure length. Can I measure milk with a ruler? No, probably not. So it's got to be this box right here. Okay, I can measure a box by just holding up the ruler next to it to see how many inches or how many centimeters it is very easily. So I'm going to use the ruler for the box. Okay, so that leaves just one option available, and that's this one right here. This is a liquid measuring cup, and we definitely can measure milk with a measuring cup, right? So I would then pour the milk into the measuring cup, and I would notice on these lines on here, wherever it is even to, that's how much I have in that cup. So it's very easy to measure liquid in the liquid measuring cup. Let's go down to the second one down here where we have some similar things that we might need to measure. So we'll start with this ruler. That's the one we ended up with on the other worksheet. The ruler is going to measure things that are in a straight line. So probably not a banana. I could technically, if I had like the tape measure the length of that banana, but bananas, I'm usually going to want to measure their weight. So that's probably not going to work. I can't really measure time with a ruler. I cannot measure flour with a ruler. I could measure this line though, because I need to know how long the line is. So let's definitely ruler and line together. Awesome. I'm noting down here a date. So we know that one obviously is going to be the calendar, right? So any date is going to be tracked on a calendar. And also the time right here, we know that a time is automatically going to be the clock. So let's put that down here. So now we just need to determine how to measure bananas and how to measure flour. Well, how to do that? We have measuring cups right here, and we have down here a scale. I could measure flour with a scale, and I could also measure banana with a scale. And I actually could, if I cut the banana up into pieces, I could use this measuring cup, but it doesn't really specify that. So I think that what they are wanting here is to see if we could use the scale for the bananas. So if I'm buying bananas at the store, I could weigh them to see how many I have. And then we could use flour. If I open up the flour, I would scoop out with these measuring cups. These are dry measuring cups. And so I can measure dry ingredients. And flour is a dry ingredient, okay? Okay, friends, so now it is your turn to give this a try. Let's see if you guys can remember which kind of tools you use for which kinds of attributes. And I'm excited to see your work. I hope you guys have a fantastic Friday and a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Thank you.